19-year-old Floyd Carter Jr. died here on a Picado Road in Lord's Bank on the path from the house of the woman he's been seeing. This morning, a neighbor who witnessed the incident told us what he was able to see in the dark.
All I hear is that I hear about 3 gunshot fire. And when I conscious, I see like somebody running down this way, you know. And the guy just come and he stop. And I hear another couple rounds gone off. Well, I decided to see somebody run back that way, and that was it. I don't say nothing. I don't know the guy. Never see him before, so and I didn't see face. So until I walk upstairs, and my wife look out and she asked me the way up on the street. Then I can't just, I tell she then, I say, wow, I say, well, that is probably what the guy fire after. And so I come out, and when I gone, I see the young man lie down upon the street, blood flow out of his head. So I just decided I walk back inside, I call the police, and about 5 minutes later they arrive and get on the scene and they look around, like, do they check out whatever they need, bullet shells and so on, and fine. I don't really know the guy who get shot. I don't know, I never saw him before. Rather than Sunday, I see him and a young lady pass here and they go to the store and come back. That was about it. I never see him around here before, so I have no idea who the guy is.
3 months ago, Carter managed to narrowly escape death when the men who are said to have been targeting him instead killed his father, Floyd Carter Sr. And last night, the death which had been stalking Floyd Carter Jr. for months finally found him. The cops confirmed that his murder was a hit.
The information that we had received earlier is that his son would have probably been the target, and because they could not get him, they actually got his father, who was on the canal side on that night. But last night, Mr. Carter, he was just coming off of his girlfriend's residence and was walking along with one of his brother-in-law when they were surprised by a male person who came out with a firearm and fired shot at his direction. Unfortunately, he lost his life there and then. I cannot be certain if that he was still there, but I know that he traverses within San Ignacio, Roaring Creek, Hattieville, and that area likewise. As of recent, he has been frequenting Lord's Bank area because of the girlfriend that he has at that location.
The police have said that Carter was living in his girlfriend's house, but the family says that, if anything, this was a very recent relationship. Do police have any reason to believe that he was set up in leaving that location?
Well, we are following different information that they are getting. We know that we have information that he had previously had some dispute with the Kamala wife, or girlfriend as how they call it, and that he was detained by police and he was later released because the female did not make a complaint. So that is one of the leads that we are following, that can be a possible motive.
And while it could be a case of street justice, Carter's family says they're confused because, as far as they know, the young man, who they admit was troubled, had been dating someone else for 5 years and didn't have a girlfriend in Lord's Bank.
He have his good and his bad like everybody else, because we are not perfect. But
I know he was visiting his girlfriend. Do you know anything about the relationship he had with her and how he ended up, in Lord's Bank?
Speaking of that girlfriend, we have no knowledge of her. I know of one girlfriend he have, and she lives in Cairo. That's a girlfriend I know about.
So it was a surprise to you to hear that he was in Lord's Bank?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because he came on Monday night. Be it that we are grieving for my brother, he came on Monday night with a knapsack and a little bag in his hand, and he came and he said, "Auntie, I want to stay with my till after funeral, then I go home." That's what he said to me. That was his final words before I left here on Monday night after 10.
And while his family mourns, Carter's death has also rocked and perhaps forever changed the quiet neighborhood where he was killed.
He kind of way out for say one quiet piece of neighborhood like this, and the kind of advantage you just take of the situation. Couldn't take seeing the blood down there, so I just get a bucket of sand and go and throw over it, and cover it up. And that was about it.
Cherise Halsall, 7 News.